My God, guys. My God. Has WWE made the biggest mistake ever in with any wrestler in the world, like Dean Ambrose? Now John Moxley, back to his independent wrestling name. Just watched his matchup he had with Juice Robinson for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship, and I gotta say this much. Boy, did WWE blew this one right at the fucking toilet. They flushed him down the toilet, and they are never, and I mean never, gonna get this guy back. He's with now a company that is big as they are because of the amount of money that AEW has with Tony Khan and the Khan family. He's got creative freedom that he only dreamed he could have had in WWE. And on top of it, he is being able to perform in independent wrestling shows where he can put on great matches with other performers that are not within the realm of his own promotion, which they're allowing him to do. I'm assuming they're allowing him to do this because of the fact that AEW hasn't officially started yet on a week-to-week basis. So they're allowing all the wrestlers to do what they want to do in the meantime until the AEW telecast for Tuesday Night Dynamite starts in October. But whatever the case may be, I hope they allow these guys to perform in other wrestling promotions while AEW Dynamite goes on, as long as they are okay with them performing there. I think that would be fucking awesome. I think that's something professional wrestling needs. Promotions intertwining with each other, with having joint shows and being able to share each other's talent and do stuff like that and give these guys opportunities to have matches they dreamed about that they couldn't have before. I think that would be fucking awesome if that's even possible. If not, then, it is what it is. But that's all just dealing with the business end of things. But for the meantime, enjoying Jon Moxley in his first in-ring debut ever, competing in a match outside of WWE since his departure. He had a match with Juice Robinson for the U.S. Championship in New Japan Wrestling. I just couldn't believe what I saw. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a match of the year candidate. There's been quite a few NXT matches that have blown this out of the water. Take Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano for their last two encounters were fucking unbelievable. So you can't say that this match was anywhere near a Johnny Gargano Adam Cole match. That's just not up for debate. But you can see that Jon Moxley had a mixture of hardcore wrestling, which he did in CZW, and he also had technical wrestling. He had the figure four around the ring post trying to injure Juice Robinson's legs. He went ahead and he did a Texas Cloverleaf. He performed an STF in the beginning of the match. Excuse me, I had some gas come up. He really worked a lot on the legs of Juice Robinson, which was a really great aspect that he entailed in this matchup with Juice Robinson. He was focusing on a body part to slow him down, and at the end of this match, that played a huge role in the matchup itself because instead of hitting him in the gut to hit Dirty Deeds, which is now called the Death Rider, he hit him right in the kneecap that was hurting him throughout the match, and since he started injuring that knee, and he then hit a modified Dirty Deeds, or Death Rider as you would call it now. I guess they're just going to call it Death Rider, so I'm just going to call it the Death Rider, which is formerly known as Dirty Deeds, and he hoisted him up in the air and dropped him on his head in like a suplex slash DDT fashion and picks up the 1-2-3. Unbelievable. You can tell by the body language. He came across on the screen to me as if the old John Moxley, or the Dean Ambrose when he first came in with the Shield. He was very eccentric. He had a lot of charisma. He came across very genuine and full of energy towards his character. As time went on in WWE as Dean Ambrose, he slowly but surely started to lose that kind of charisma and care to the character, and that's simply because of what he was going through in WWE. And that's pretty much him being trapped inside of a fucking prison. Here, he can be whoever he wants to be, which is what WWE should be doing. These people should not be providing the gimmicks to these guys. Let them, that's their job. That's what they're supposed to provide. The character and charismatic character that they want to provide to us as the audience. That's the need. That's the point of a performer, is being able to sell us on their character. Another thing, if there is a wrestling promotion that's heavily scripted, I don't agree with it. Yes, there can be storyline writers. You don't have to get rid of storyline writers. They play a very key point. They're basically the directors of the point, the directors of what path you want your characters to go on your show. That is the point of a storyline writer. Giving a wrestler a script is just so stupid and takes away their creativity from being able to shine and be who they are. I would rather my audience connect with the person I am, if I was a performer, than some fucking bullshit that some storyline writer wrote up that may or may not meet what I would actually say in a based on storyline. I think that is absolutely stupid. Wrestling is completely different from a movie script. Wrestling with a script should be more along the lines guiding the performer on what he needs to do in that storyline situation, that work that he's doing with the other character that he's working with in that whole entire storyline. That is the point. There shouldn't be so much fucking writing for a script writer. A script writer's whole basis really should be focused on trying to help get that storyline over with the wrestlers that are involved. He should be directing the whole entire situation. Basically, like I just said, storyline writers in professional wrestling need to be directors of certain segments on that portion of the show. That's the point of having all these storyline writers. That's really the whole basis of it. It really shouldn't be based on writing all this bullshit out. It should be giving you not PowerPoint, but bullet points of what they need to direct these characters to go on with their character, but allowing them to have the freedom to say what they need to say to get their point across. That's it. That's all they really need to do here. Juice Robinson, by the way, his performance in this matchup was outstanding as well. Showed a lot of intensity. The last match recently from last month, I actually saw him perform, and his match was not all that great, and that was with Bad Filet, who's a very buffed up, well, not buffed up, but big and fat or large Samoan, who really took advantage of most of this matchup, but at the end of the day, Juice Robinson won, and I didn't particularly care for this matchup. But this match they had with John Moxley helped him bring out really a big, a lot of charisma and character to this match. They told Point being, it wasn't even really the wrestling or the pace of the match that was great. It was the story they were telling in this matchup based on just overall the direction that they were going. I mean, this match went back and forth. Most of it was dominated from one wrestler to the other, but at the end of the day, they all got their shots in. And they really beat the shit out of each other and roughed each other up pretty good in this matchup. So, quite frankly, props to fucking Jon Moxley for his in-ring debut outside of WWE. And great job by Juice Robinson on his part, helping out with this matchup and making this match very entertaining to watch. Again, as I already mentioned earlier, this match is not a Match of the Year candidate. I will not say that. Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano's 2 matches were a fucking Match of the Year candidate. Okay? These matches were not. I'm sorry. This match was not. This match was a really good match, but it wasn't no 5-star classic like fucking Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. They stole the show on both takeover events. That's just my overall opinion. Anyway, guys, leave your comments and opinions down below. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel, as always. And I'll hit you back later on this weekend. Probably do a review on this wonderful WWE Super Showdown episode. Pay-per-view, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Who the fuck cares these days? WWE's going so far down into the toilet, it's fucking pathetic. And toodles to them if they go out of business. I really don't care anymore. It's just sad seeing this company go from being super stardom to super boring. And they have a lot of talent, and a lot of that talent is just, they have no care to even work for the company even. They want to go to other companies. They want to be independent. They want to work for AEW. I don't blame them. I would, as a creator, as a person, I want to be involved in creative writing. I want to go ahead and help direct a segment or a program between wrestlers and help book the match and set the path of what to do in that matchup specifically. And that is something that WWE should do within their creative team, making it easier on creative, and also it makes it easier on the wrestlers themselves, being able to help themselves better themselves as promoters and helping hype up matches leading up to pay-per-views. That's the reason why these fucking pay-per-view matches suck. That's why nobody's behind them when they initially start. And that's why when you watch them, they could sometimes be great in-ring matches, but at the end of the day, what did it do to get you interested in the first place? Nothing. So it doesn't get you all hyped up and excited. I'll give you a prime example that's actually really decent, and they didn't hardly have to do anything. Goldberg's promo was fantastic SmackDown. He was realistic, and honestly, they need to have that kind of shit go on within a WWE storyline. Shit, man, just give the fucking guy the bullet points that he needs to go by based off of what he needs to do and what direction he needs to go with his promo, and the rest of it is all his words. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.